Hi everyone, my name is Megan and this is Painted and Distressed. This video is still part of my fall series, and today we have 5 DIYs mainly using Dollar Tree items. So this first DIY, we're going to be taking these 2 different signs from Dollar Tree and I am just taking them apart. This is super easy, and we're just going to take this dowel rod and attach them to it. That's literally all we're gonna do. So basically I'm using the arrows from the sunflower sign because I liked what they said on them, and then I still liked the truck, so of course I had to add that. And the dowel rod I got from Walmart. It was probably about $1 or so. And then what I like to do to make sure nothing falls apart is I hot glue the backside, and then I also use masking tape, and this works beautifully to make sure nothing falls off, especially because this sign is going to be outside. And I also make sure to give it a couple coats of Rust-Oleum clear matte spray paint because it is a sealer. And I have no problems with my signs from Dollar Tree because these are just MDF signs, and I have no problems with them. And this is how it turned out. Super easy, cute, and a fun little decor piece with no glitter for your front porch. And there's the doormat we made in our last video. This next project, we're going to make a wreath hanger. So I just take this wreath hanger from Dollar Tree, and it was very simple because it was already black, so I didn't have to spray paint it. And at first I thought maybe I was going to use this pumpkin, but then I decided it was a little too small, so then I just got one of the wooden cutouts that you get in a pack from Dollar Tree. Then I thought I was going to use this folk art stencil and to put for buffalo check, but it didn't come out good. I think I used way too much paint, and it was everywhere. So painted over it white using home decor, folk art, and cottage white. And I was going to try it again, which I did, but then it didn't come out. So scrapbook paper it is. So I just put this really beautiful scrapbook paper on it. And then now I'm just kind of making some ribs from the pumpkin, if you will, just to give it a little bit more detail. And I'm just painting it on using Waverly in the color ink. And then I just kind of sand them down a little bit just so the paint lines aren't so stark. And then I take this raffia from Dollar Tree and I make a bow, which my bow game is not that strong. I need to work on that a little bit. Just a simple bow, but I don't know, they always come out wonky. Anyways, and then I just attached it with some hot glue. And then I attached it to the wreath hanger, just using some regular hot glue. And then that was it. And this is how it turned out. This is the wreath we made in the last video. And it's super cute, and it only cost about $1.50 to make. So this next project, we're going to take this wooden truck from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint over the majority of it using Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. And then for the wheels, I painted them white, or for the hubcaps rather, I painted those white. And then for the fenders, I decided to make them look like galvanized metal. So I use a combination of 3 different gray apple barrel paints. This first one, I used pewter gray. So typically when I make something look galvanized, I usually use a darker gray first, then a medium gray, and then a lighter gray. And then sometimes I kind of toggle back and forth between the medium and light gray. So first I just give it a good coat of the pewter gray. And I typically don't really wait until the paint dries. So then now I'm going over with country gray, and what I'm doing is I'm pouncing it on with a stiff brush, and that way it gives more of a galvanized look to it. And I'm getting it all over the truck, but it's black, so it's easy to paint over. And then I am painting one of the pumpkins on the top of it, of the truck. I'm using Waverly Moss. And then I use pumpkin for the other one. And for the bed of the truck, I'm using Waverly antiquing wax, and I also use it on the stems of the pumpkins. And then now I'm going back in and I'm using the lightest color, which is granite gray, and then I'm pouncing that on as well. And then I end up toggling back and forth between country gray and granite gray on the fender. And then I take this football sign with the 3 pumpkins from Dollar Tree, and then I take these 3 different scrapbook papers that are all in the same color family, but they have different designs on them, and I'm just using a glue stick and attaching the scrapbook paper to the front of them. And then I add a raffia bow and connect it to the truck, and this is what we made. Oh, the Hello Fall I also attached. That's just wood letters from Dollar Tree, and I used a really pretty mustard yellow paint from Dollar Tree as well. And this is what it looks like hanging on a front door with our wreath hanger. This next project, we're going to take this sign from the Target dollar spot. I believe it was about $3, and I'm just measuring out the scrapbook paper and cutting it out to use it as the backdrop. I didn't realize that this sign and the other one that we just made both said Hello Fall on them, but you know, they're going in different areas of the house, so no one will notice. And then I'm just painting the pumpkins and Hello Fall using Waverly pumpkin, but it also has some ink and burnt umber mixed into it, so it's a little bit of a deeper yellow, or wow, orange, and that way it's not so bright. And then I'm just attaching the scrapbook paper using just a regular glue stick. And of course, this wouldn't be one of my videos without distressing something. So I just distress the pumpkins and the words just a little bit, just to add a little bit of character to them, to the words. Gosh, apparently words are very hard for me right now. And then I add, of course, some white wax to finish off the distressing. This would look also really cute, aged with antiquing wax as well. And once I figured out my placement, I just hot glued everything together, and this project was done. I actually, for once, ended up leaving the frame the way it was. I did sand it down a little bit because it was pretty rough, but this is how it turned out. You can easily use it as a leaner sign on a table, or you can hang it as well because it does have the hangers on the back that it came with. And I'd love to know, what are your favorite colors for the fall? Do you like the blues and the oranges? Do you like the traditional colors? Do you like the buffalo check? Leave me a comment down below and let me know. This last project, we're going to take 4 of these signs from Dollar Tree that I got quite a while ago, and what I'm just taking them apart. So I'm taking the hangers off the back of them, and then I'm also going to take out the centerpiece of it. And this one was broken. And you know why it was broken? Because the cashier at Dollar Tree threw it into a bag after she scanned it. And I didn't say anything, and I should have, but I didn't. It was easy to fix. I just used some wood glue. You see me using hot glue. I don't know what I was thinking. But I did use hot glue. No. I did use wood glue, and then I clamped it and let it sit overnight. And then it was good to go. And because this one was broken, I ended up using this one for our bottom piece. And so I left the signage in it, and then I just took off the words. And so I'm just taking apart the rest of them. And then I'm stacking them all together, making sure they're all matching. And then I take a combination of wood glue and hot glue, because there's no way these would stick together with just hot glue. They do have a kind of a slick surface to them as well. And I did sand them down to rough them up a little bit. And so once I had all 4 of them attached, then what I did is I put some heavy books and different things like that on top of them, and I let it sit overnight. And then the next day I came in and I used some Waverly wax to darken up the wood a little bit. I actually liked the color that it was, but I wanted it just a little bit darker. And I wanted to add a little bit more depth and dimension in between each of the lines as well. And to apply this, I'm just using a regular sponge that I cut up, and it works great. And so I wanted this so I could use it for the fall and for Christmas time. And so I'm just taking these galvanized words from Dollar Tree, and I just painted them both black, and then I'm just using some Waverly white, Waverly white wax, folk art white wax on top of it. And I didn't let the black dry, so that way it just kind of gave it like a grayish black look to it. So on one side it's going to say harvest, and the other side it's going to say believe. And then I just took an entire package of Spanish moss from Dollar Tree and then put it inside of there. And just a word of the warning, I'm not the greatest at flower arrangement, so be kind about that. And so I just hot glue. You have to be careful because this is metal, so you need to be careful if you're using hot glue. But this is how it turned out. I just added some maple leaves and some lamb's ear. The maple leaves are from Dollar Tree, and they have little pumpkins in them as well. And let me know, what do you think about this? And then here's the other side for Christmas. And I will definitely be putting some poinsettias and some other Christmas foliage inside. And that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. We made 5 different projects today. I have some more fun fall projects coming up next week. And I thank every single one of you. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. I just started this journey just a few months ago, and I cannot believe that I have that many subscribers. So I thank each and every one of you for taking a chance on such a little channel. And when you do subscribe, like my videos, comment down below, and share them, it does help YouTube to share my channel just a little bit more so that we can get reached by other people that are watching the same type of videos. So I appreciate that so much. And that is all I have for you guys today. I will catch you on the next one. Bye!